specifically in business, why should you be a good leader?
I think it's critical to be a good leader. You show me any successful organisation and I'll show you a good leader at the head of it. A bad leader can destroy an organisation within months. I think it's important first that we understand what leadership actually is when we talk about this. And, the simple definition of leadership, it's to get people to follow you willingly. Not because they have to, but because they want to, because they're inspired, because they believe that you care for them. They're inspired by your example. They're inspired by the vision and plan that you have for the organisation. And they know that you've got their back. And they know whenever they've needed you to support them, you've supported them. And so therefore, in turn, they want to support you. A good leader understands that. And a good leader who practices real leadership is out on the ground talking to their people, supporting their people, helping their people, and painting a vision of where the organisation's going and also where that individual is going within that organisation so that they feel motivated about their future and want to work hard for the organisation. There's a lot of people out there who think they're great leaders, a lot of general managers and CEOs, but if you actually look at their retention in their company, they've got a very high turnover. You show me a high turnover, I'll show you a bad leader. I think that's the first combat indicator, as we used to say in the military, of where you've got a leadership problem is when people are leaving. I think that's one of the things that is overlooked. And often when we measure the effectiveness of a leader, there are actually some quantifiable ways that we can measure the effectiveness of the leader. And one of those is certainly the retention rate of that organisation. And I've certainly in my past worked for people who I know thought they were very good leaders, but they were horrible leaders. And they relied almost entirely on their authority, and they were bullies. And generally where you have someone who is relying on their authority and is a bully in trying to force people to do things, that person is a weak leader. But the good news is that person can be fixed as well if they just are willing to sort of drop their ego and commit themselves to learning the art of leadership.